In a quiet town nestled in the woods, the residents were known for their grand Thanksgiving celebrations. This year, however, a peculiar sense of dread loomed over the town as they prepared for the festivities. The Montgomery family, new to town, had eagerly volunteered to host the Thanksgiving dinner. They resided in the ancient sprawling mansion at the edge of the woods, a place rumored to be haunted. Ignoring the whispers, the townsfolk, lured by the promise of an unforgettable feast, accepted the invitation. On Thanksgiving Day, a thick fog enveloped the town. As the guests arrived at the mansion, they were greeted by the Montgomerys, a seemingly ordinary couple with polite smiles that barely concealed something unnerving. The mansion's interior was adorned with odd antiques and unsettling portraits that seemed to watch the visitors. Dinner was served in the grand hall lit by flickering candles. The feast was lavish, with an array of dishes that delighted the senses. Yet, as the meal progressed, a sense of unease grew among the guests. The turkey, the centerpiece of the meal, was unnaturally large, and its meat had an odd metallic taste that no one dared to comment on. As the night wore on, the guests began to feel disoriented. The Montgomerys, now eerily silent, watched as one by one, the guests succumbed to a deep sleep at the table. When they awoke, they found themselves not in the dining hall, but in a dimly lit underground chamber, their hands and feet bound. The Montgomerys revealed their true nature. They were not human, but entities that had taken human form, feeding off the fear and the life force of their victims. The Thanksgiving feast was a ruse to trap the townsfolk. The turkey, they revealed, was a concoction designed to weaken and disorient their prey. In a panic, the townsfolk struggled against their restraints, but it was futile. The Montgomerys moved among them, savoring the fear that filled the room. They spoke of an ancient ritual that required the sacrifice of a community, promising them an eternity of servitude in the afterlife. As the ritual began, the chamber was filled with the sound of terror and despair. Outside, the fog grew thicker, cloaking the town in an impenetrable veil. By dawn, the Montgomery mansion was silent, the fate of its guests a mystery to the outside world. The town was never the same again. Each year, as Thanksgiving approached, an inexplicable dread would grip the hearts of the remaining residents. The Montgomery mansion stood abandoned, a stark reminder of that horrific night. Some claimed to hear whispers and cries emanating from the mansion, especially on Thanksgiving night, but no one dared to investigate. The truth about what happened remained buried, a dark secret held by the woods and the forgotten spirits of the townfolk. The tale of the Montgomerys' Thanksgiving feast became a legend, a cautionary tale whispered about in hushed tones, warning of the dangers that lurked behind friendly smiles and generous invitations. And so, the town's once joyous Thanksgiving traditions were forever tainted by the memory of the night when their celebration turned into a nightmare. A night when the veil between the living and the unknown was torn asunder, leaving a scar on the soul of the town that would never heal. Thank you for listening to The Montgomery's Feast. If you enjoyed this story, please leave a like, and if you enjoy hearing stories from me, please subscribe and become a resident of Hill Street, and let me know how I'm doing in the comments. And I hope all of you have a fantastic night.